Congratulations, you got a recall audition for drama school. Now this is really exciting, but it's also quite scary because you don't have a lot of time to prepare. Also, the closer and closer you get to getting the thing that you want, the more and more stressful and nerve-wracking it becomes. Well, this video is going to help you simplify your approach so that you can get maximum impact in the shortest amount of time. Let's begin. Start by going through all of your material. Drama schools will have sent you an email detailing what they want you to prepare and what you can expect from the recall round. 9 times out of 10, they will ask you to bring in your original material, the material that you had for the first round. But they might also ask you to prepare a sight reading piece, a duologue, to create a devised piece of theatre, and maybe to participate in workshops, both voice and movement. So go through all of this information and make a clear checklist of what you already have prepared and the stuff that you actually need to start prepping. This process will probably take you less than 15 minutes. After this, you're going to start breaking down your new material, if you have it. You're going to prepare it in much the same way that you prepared your original material. For a duologue or a piece of sight reading, this could take you from anywhere between 1 hour and 2 hours. If you've been asked to create a devised piece of theatre, then start brainstorming on paper. Get some inspiration from videos like the National Theatre's YouTube channel. And I've linked my go-to inspirational video below. And then get to work. The best way to create your own piece of devised theatre is to not spend too much time in planning mode. Get it on its feet and create by exploring. The drama school will probably be expecting something that is between 1 and 2 minutes long, so focus on quality and not quantity. The time it takes to devise a piece of theatre will vary from person to person, but I would probably budget about 4 or 5 hours total. Once that's done, you can now turn your attention to anything that needs to be off book. And make sure that you're learning your lines through movement and through thought, through the actual meaning of what you're saying instead of just blank repetition. Again, your process for this will vary. Some people learn lines really quickly, and for other people it takes a little bit longer. I would probably say spend 45 minutes actually working that muscle of trying to get all of that stuff off book, and then spend 15 minutes per day leading up to the audition just to fine tune it all. Now you get to turn your mind back to your original material. The panel will likely want to see it all again, so make sure that it is fresh and it is clear. Return to the text and find those thoughts as if for the first time. Remind yourself of the creative choices you are making and why you're making those choices. Stay clear on who you're talking to, why you're talking to them, and what triggers you to speak in the first place. Because this is material that you already know, you could probably budget about half an hour total. And I would probably recommend trying to do this a day or so before your audition, just so that it is totally fresh in your mind. Also, play around with some redirection. The panel will likely ask you to perform your speeches in drastically different ways in the recall. And this is so that they can see how you take on notes and how adaptable and flexible you are creatively in the moment. So give yourself some wild ways of performing your speeches so that you remain flexible when you get into the audition room. Don't know what kind of redirection to give yourself? Then check out my free redirection prompt sheet on my website. There are 30 different prompts to play with, and it is linked below. Now remember, don't go in with a brand new version of your speeches in the first instance. Stick with the way that you were doing it in the original first round audition, because that's what got you the recall in the first place. Go in with the original interpretation and allow the panel to give you notes to adapt it then. For redirection, I would probably budget about 1 hour total. Now, the interview stage of a recall audition can be a big factor, so spend a bit of time preparing answers to these questions. Also, remember to do research on the school because you will be given the opportunity to ask questions in the interview, so make sure that you do that. Preparing the answers to those questions, doing your research, and coming up with your own questions can take anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. And the last thing to do is focus on your logistics. Where is the recall? What time is my recall? How am I going to get there? Whether it's a digital or an in-person recall. And if it is a digital recall, like one via Zoom or Teams, then I have a completely separate video for that, so check it out. Doing your logistics won't take very long, probably about 15 to 30 minutes. Once you've got everything organized and you're feeling fully prepared, then give some time to rest and relaxation. Make sure that you are getting a good night's sleep beforehand and just chill out, because nerves will probably be there. I hope this was helpful, and break a leg for those recalls. Make sure to pop it in the comments below where you're auditioning so that we can all give you a big good luck. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, bye!